I want shit falling off the walls in the studio. I want people complaining. Good morning. The Bryce. Don't drop your damn phones. Wake up. Oh, baby. This show has been ruined since the last. And my friends, my family, my Hebrew brothers and sisters, we are about to get in the weeds. Figuratively speaking, of course. Oh, yeah, the plot thickens. I've already done that show. But you know I'm telling the truth. You're starting to think now, huh? Some of y'all starting to buy a vowel and get a goddamn clue, huh? Some of y'all are coming alive. Some of y'all are understanding what the fuck is happening. You get it now, huh? Well, they kicked my black ass off Twitter, and let me tell you, I was glad to go. Feel this. Look, folks, Elon Musk is a Nazi. There's no dancing around a South African man being sued in his Tesla Corporation for discrimination against Negroes specifically and only. Some monstrous shit these brothers and sisters have had to put up with. Right here in Mason, right next to me. Down the road a spell. So when I heard the deal was going through, I did everything I could to get banned. And then we had one of them decide, working at the United Nations, a non-discriminate white male Jew that decided he was saying Kyrie was put in his place. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the places people have been put in. We'll get to that. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. 10:03 in the morning. It's the 6th of November. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Negroes, I address only. This show is for Negroes only. And I don't give a damn if you like it, if you don't like it. It's about goddamn time. And if you are not a Negro and you are tuning in, welcome. Do you understand the dichotomous revelation I've just expressed to you? I don't give a damn if you do or you don't. It is time we turned our attention to ourselves. If you don't know what is happening, if you're not keeping up with current circumstances, let me tell you, we are going to cover the bases this goddamn morning. And for those of you that are brave enough to leave this program and go to church, I bid you fond farewell. Now you remember, you might be met from the pulpit with an expression of who to vote for and when. I advise once that expresses itself, you leave right there and then. But most of you won't. Most of you enjoy that feel-good moment in the Sunday sermons. The pastor delivers the same bullshit over and over, regurgitating nonsensical lie after lie. All you do is sit in the damn pew and smile. I'm trying to figure it out, folks. This shit ain't no joke. These people are coming alive because the truth is getting out. Do you understand that? Now listen. I understand what anti-Semitism is. I'm not a damn fool. I understand what these individuals claiming they're Jews went through. During the Holocaust, burnt offerings. I understand that. I understand that they were put in ovens. I understand that they were burnt alive. I understand all of this. I understand that. But I also understand that these individuals who claim themselves to be Hebrews are not those individuals. And I'm not associating their claim with any kind of punishment. I'm not saying that this claim to be a people set apart by God Almighty, falsely saying that you are that. I would never assume that that circumstance might contribute to your own. I can only say that it did happen. I can only say there's too much evidence pointing to the fact that Negroes in this country, the progeny of slaves, sold into slavery by the transatlantic slave trade, a sinister plot formulated by every single nation involved. And that plot was to replace us. And we know who took the lead because they are in our place. And now the truth of this matter is coming to the fore, and I think we need to pay strict attention to it. All right, how are we doing? Okay, so you know what I do, right? You do? What I do is, since January 6th, I watched on this television a melee of caucasity that would dignify even the worst of people you might know. I'm telling you, man, most of us have gotten the image of what happened out of our mental. I'm telling you, it's never left mine. The crazed ideation of white male rage acted upon attacking their own capital with feces being spread upon the wall. And I did not know that they also urinated within that edifice of falsehood. And you know, what's more interesting, folks, is that I watched them complain over and again about the slipping away of the democracy The only thing I can ask is when. Don't they understand that the very democracy that they love so much is that which has brought about their present condition? I'm trying to figure this out. Where is it lost in that translation? That all they hope to maintain is that very thing that will bring them down. We have to watch Negroes trapped here by circumstance. And we're coming awake. So some of us may have a chance. And that's what I do. I get some topics just for you. 7 of them. I usually pick 7 topics. I don't know. Just 7 topics. That's what I pick. I pick those topics, and then I go over a little narration of what those topics are about, and afterwards we go over news with Hebrew. And that is to give credence to the cry I continually uplift from on high. Get that goddamned grin off your faces. Are you kidding? Are you joking? Any Negro that is walking about this penal colony with a smile on their face is obviously no longer interested in leaving. They want to stay in this place. And I understand it. It's so receiving, so inviting, but it ain't yours. Never was. And for those of you that are looking for the exits, I say continue to seek and ye shall find. All right, let's do this shit. 10 to 9 in the morning. First topic, our anchor topic, the topic that sets the tone. That's what I try to do. All right, so here we go, folks. Here we go. Do you see it? Oh, I know you see it. You've been watching. You watch me. You've been watching it. You know what's happening. They're moving the needle. The needle is moving. Moving the needle. Let me tell you something. In every respect, it's an awesome sight to see it move. It's not moved for so long, but now, oh, you can see it move. In what direction is it moving? And whose needle are we talking about? Well, that's kind of what I want to get into. You know, the needle is moving toward the truth of things regarding Negroes. Well, hidden fact regarding our identity obscured by those for some reason set on canceling anyone who may mention that moving the needle in their direction may simply expose them for who they truly are, and I can see from afar they don't want that info out. There's just no goddamn doubt. But you know, it's not moving the needle just in their direction, it's moving in ours as well. More and more Negroes are hearing it tell where we come from. And that is not here. We come from somewhere over there. Yeah, I couldn't figure that out. Moving the needle, you know, that's what's happening. We're watching it. We're watching it go. You know the needle is moving and they are panicking as it goes. It's an interesting dynamic, isn't it? What will they do? Let me tell you, as the needle moves, they will do something. Me and you, woke Negroes are now the #1 threat to those who call themselves Jews. So the needle is moving. Between us and them, the needle is moving again, moves slowly, staggering toward that prophecy we all see clearly, including them. That's what's so interesting about this whole dynamic. They knew the truth would eventually come out. They knew this needle would move. How did that? They knew what would happen. And again, what will they do? I don't know. I just know they do. All right, anyway, moving on. Moving needle, that's what's happening, folks. You're watching it. It's not Kanye, it's not Kyrie, shit, it's not even KRS-One. It's those of us with no means, no leverage. The only course of action when it comes to folks like myself and you talk about this openly tell you, they're going to take some extreme measures to silence this. They don't want prophecy to unfold. It threatens their very existence, the lies they've told. It's amazing. It's going to drive them crazy. The last thing we need to be doing is being lazy. Oh, I had to end it there. Moving on. All right, hey, look, I do this out of faith. I think more than anything. I get in front of here. I try to tell you something that stimulates your ability to piece this shit together. I'm not leading you anywhere. Lead yourselves. You have the lead. The tablet of God is written on the heart of every Hebrew. Remember that. You don't necessarily have to study and go about your day. I would say do so, but remember, it's already there. You know what you know. That's one of the threats that scares them so. Next! All right. The truth will not be contained. Now, you know I'm telling the truth. This is not contained. The truth will not be contained. It's out now. They know. We know. Others are knowing. You know, I had somebody talk about what they're talking about in church this morning regarding true Hebrews versus Ashkenazi imposters, and how are they backflipping and measuring their words just so not to ruin their 501c3 status. This, my folks, is a sinister apparatus that keeps things in check just so for them. And it's been working. Get it. But the truth will not be contained. No, not any longer. In fact, the truth getting out is growing stronger and stronger. And I would say to every Negro that hears me, repeat that truth to someone who may not know. You'll never know where it may go. Because the truth will not be contained. It will not remain under some sort of fog. No, it's going to be lifted. God, truth. I just like that one. All right. You know what I'm saying, right? It's out now. It's done. I mean, listen. They can take Kanye's money. They can put Kyrie on the run. They can do whatever they want, but they can't stop this. The only recourse is just to come in, of course, and put us on a course towards some FEMA camp somewhere way out there. I'm just telling you. Otherwise, I advise they get with the goddamn program and just admit, that's it. We're true Hebrews. Not that. Next! Don't get fucking nervous, jeez. I'm trying. All right, next, as you can see, and here's what's going on. Here's what's happening. Their deception dissipates. Now, I say that for a reason. Have you seen dissipation? Okay? You know, it's there one moment and it fogs out and clears, and suddenly none of it remains. Kind of like the lie that they've retained for so many years, almost convincing themselves of the lie that they spread. It's kind of weird. But their deception, like a mist, dissipates. You're beginning to see through them. You're beginning to see through the story. You're beginning to peer through the lie. And as you pluck one by one and obscure your vision, suddenly you can see clearly the individuals that they were so desperate to be looked like you and me. Well, I'll be damned. So, as long as we are here, as long as all that has been known continues to get known, understand that their deception dissipates while our clarity grows. You have to be, at this point, fearless in the face of what we now know. Okay, next, 10:17:8. You know what? You know I don't read while you guys are chatting amongst yourself. Katrina is not here, unfortunately. But I think things are getting better, so I know that your prayers are improving things. As well as, for goodness sake, folks, please feel free to give to the links below. You know they're attacking me. I wouldn't say it if it weren't so. So any kind of generosity, any kind of contribution you may lend to this effort would be greatly appreciated, especially at this moment. They kicked me off Twitter, and it's not like a monetary loss, but I can see that eventually the cascading effects of all I've said may come back to bite me. And so I ask brothers and sisters to support me, as many others do, and I see that you do too. So thanks so much in advance. Let's continue, shall we? Like, subscribe, comment. I'm not reading the comments because I can't do two things at once. Next, the Most High God delivers. We're going to talk about that because it plays into a topic that so many are avoiding on this planet, like Domino's Pizza. The Most High God delivers. You understand? This isn't some obtuse, abstract thought idea that I've come up to. You're going to get a knock on your figurative door, and God Almighty will be here. Like delivering a pizza, He's going to have something for you. And He's also going to request some goddamn payment. And what He leaves will hopefully nourish the earth. So almost like dominoes, the Most High God delivers. Now listen, here's what I'm saying. Prayer answered through whatever osmosis that Creator uses to maintain all of us, and thank Him that He does. But there is, an actuality to the future. It's no longer figurative. God delivers is about to be as literal as it gets, and I don't see many talking about that yet. But as the Most High's creation gets closer and closer, as they're peering up in space and seeing it move toward this creation, the fact that the Most High God delivers means that He will be present. He'll be here. Not some foggy, ideation in the minds of those that might think of the Creator far off. No. God Almighty is about to show up. I mean, that's pretty exciting. The Most High God delivers. He'll be here soon, and there's a reckoning coming. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I like that word, reckoning. Don't you like that word, reckoning? Because that's what's about to happen. Why do you think these folks are going out of their goddamn minds? I haven't heard a single individual that claims they are Hebrew speak against the facts presented in movies like From Hebrews to Negroes 2. So I'm trying to figure that out. You would think, as I've said before, if they want to settle the score, simply publish your facts. Or please stand back and allow prophecy to unfold. I've not seen them publish a single publication in contrast to the facts I've discovered. So I'm continuing my condemnation of those who say they are Hebrews but clearly are not. And now we get to examine exactly what they've got. Eventually. All right, moving on. So this one. There's a question. I never thought I'd ask this question, but I'm going to ask it to you. Tell me, who puts Negroes in their place? Can you tell me that? Listen, this United Nations individual I posted, whoever he was, that was my exit from Twitter, honestly. It was. He let come out of his rancid ass mouth the fact that Kyrie was disciplined and was put in his place. Can you imagine? Now, I need to tell you that incensed me beyond measure, and I called him everything I could muster, and Twitter reacted in kind by banning me for life, which is understandable. But now, since it's owned by a Nazi, I could give two damns about it. But again, I ask, who puts Negroes in their place? And I thought, God Almighty did that long ago. Yes, us being put in place is something that we know. Right. So I was trying not to take offense when I framed it in that way. I understand now to this day that it's God who puts Negroes in their place. And now that we're talking about places, let's talk about the traces left behind for folks that have had the mind to do just that, replace us. Who put them in their place? Was it them? We're talking about places and putting Negroes in their places. Well, the only place that you can put us would be yours. So please don't talk about putting us in any kind of place as long as you take ours, because it's a fucking disgrace. That kind of pissed me off enough to get kicked off Twitter forever, but hey, I gotta be here. All right, let's go in. Next topic. It's gotta be. You wish you were us. You wish you were us. You wish you were us, motherfuckers. This explains quite a bit. The dancing, the singing, putting on skits. I mean, it's almost like they're emulating that which they have a problem creating, and they do it in such a way that it's there to display, trying to somehow copy us. That's what I say. Because, our swag, our style, that negrosity, boy, when you put that on the stage for all to see, let me tell you, it's a sight. Hey, 1, 2, 3, they pay like they weigh to see Negroes speak and say and dance and play. It's amazing. And then we have those that now who have been exposed that wish they were us. And now we see those who have practiced what they've preached in their reach to replace Negroes, doing so expertly and with precision, and carefully examining every decision that makes it certain, sure, that there are no surprises in store for them at any time. They just want to replace Negroes. That's my line. I don't know what to do. You wish you were us. What a position Negroes have. Set apart. This is why it's important that we not stop talking to one another about the truth. The truth of the matter is that replacement was initiated because of the discovery regarding our place in things, set apart, a people of special possession. And everywhere we go, they look. It's not vanity, it's a blessing. And God Almighty has put upon Negroes a responsibility. And in the future, we'll all know that responsibility is so. That was not bad. So, yeah, you wish you were us. I understand. And now, if we start talking like that, y'all gonna lose your mind. Now, that's what's in store. They're literally being wagged from across the sea. See, Netanyahu got re-elected. And that's a right-wing dude, man. So now they're $40 billion a year. Can you imagine once people hear that Negroes are true Hebrews? And that begins to sink into the mental from north to south and south to west. You're the best. You wish you were us, but you're not. Okay. Not the kingdom. Look, and that's a question mark. The kingdom. Yeah, the kingdom. What's up with that? What's up? Listen to me. I see everybody going to church. I see everybody going to praying. I see people talking. You're at a mic. You're this. You're that. You're opening up your scripture. Who talks about the kingdom? How about the kingdom? How about God Almighty's kingdom here soon to replace every known government that exists? And I mean wiping it off the face of the very earth we all sit. That's a pretty important topic, wouldn't you say? I just can't seem to get myself away from mentioning it to you every goddamn day. The kingdom. No, the kingdom? Listen, NASA has announced, and now it's on Vice News. NASA has announced that a huge object, a construct, is moving in this direction. This isn't fantasy. I'm not talking about some, nonsensical theory. This isn't conspiracy. They have said that a huge construct is being moved in our direction. And they're looking at it and have been looking at it since the 80s or 90s. Check my math. What the fuck is it? Well, I have my own musings, and you guys already know because I've announced it in the news. The kingdom approaches, and it's going to be huge. It's got to get from here to there, physical. That's why I say God's on the way. I'm telling you, he could be here any day, and the kingdom is coming. The world and its desire is passing away by way of the kingdom. You understand that? I mean, this is not a joke. Don't go vote. Don't depend on Biden. Don't talk about Trump. Don't talk about any of these chumps. We are here as Negroes to witness the ushering in God's kingdom. We're in a privileged position. We're that generation spoken of long ago by Yahushua himself, as well as perhaps even further back on the historical shelf. So live these days like that is the truth, because it certainly is. Understand where we are in history, brothers and sisters, Negroes particularly. Okay, I'm done there. All right, that's it. Oh, I just throw that out. Well, you know what comes next, right, you guys? You like that? So, why do you do this, Doug? What the hell is wrong? You yell in this little damn hole in front of you, and you're actually getting better at it. So, why do you do it? I'm going to tell you why I do it. I'm doing it for a reason. I love all of you. You are my family. You are one huge, minuscule, tiny, indiscriminate family on the planet. Put in special possession by God Almighty, and partly you must recognize that and move in that direction. You have to move in that mental direction of being set apart for your protection. This is not a joke. This is not a play. This is for real. Listen to what I say. This is serious business, Negroes. You get to choose. You get to win. You get to lose. The choice is yours. It's no one else's. Okay. Let's get to the news. All right. So what I do is this. I peruse the news to get that goddamn grin off the faces of Negroes I see gliding through this place as if everything's cool and everything ain't goddamn cool. Now, I'm not saying get aggressive. I'm just saying stop looking like you're enjoying yourself. Stop doing that shit. That's fucking retarded. If you're out there amongst the crowd, and you know that even if you get a little bit loud, this curtain's over for you. That's what it's like being a Negro. So what I'm saying is try it out. Just when you're out and about, no doubt, just put that grin in recess. Put it in regress. Just a little test. Tell you what, don't smile for 5 hours. Just walk through Target aisles, do Walmart. Just go in public, be seen, but without a smile, if you please, and see how you are received. Your energy affects those around you. Your very presence gives. You must be protective of it, because in some respects it agitates those around that feel it. And if too agitated, they may violently reveal it. I'm not telling you to walk on eggshells. I'm just telling you to get that smile off your damn face and see how you are treated, in replace of those that grin and cheese and buck and dance. All right, so here's what we do. That's why I peruse the news, so that you see what I'm talking about. Boom! Look at the Doug Rice logo. That is nice. And that little history on this. This is famous to me. This is not photography. This is graffiti, and the artist is Fatso, and he's famous. He was run out of Florida. That's how it goes. But he did that for me. He signed it. You can't see it because the line hides it, but thought I'd show that to you. Let's do this. Let's fall in love with the news. Oh, as more black women wean off the creamy crack, experts predict the collapse of the industry. Can we talk about the residue of waking up? Can we talk about the need to relax the natural crown that women have who are of our tribe, and now suddenly making a dent in the very industry that has nearly killed their hair? And there it sits, its wonderful crown of glory. It receives the sun. There's copper within the hair of Negroes. Okay, I just thought you want to know that, so that's good. I mean, that's kind of a residual of the wake-up call. You know, I mean, that's just where it is. This is interesting. What was this? A Florida school employee pressed charges against a 10-year-old student who she allegedly groped. Well, that's good. Okay. All right. All righty then. Okay. All right. It's the sun. I'm trying to tell you. Look, the safety is off, folks. Don't you get this? For them, the safety is off. For us, the blinders are off. It's a little bit different kinds of off. They're going off, and we're getting off. Do you understand? You know, I have no idea, and you know what? It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. This is, I mean, wow. That's, I don't know who to hope with. The other. Okay, so this was interesting because of the individual. I thought this was great. Ohio man charged with federal hate crime for anti-Asian assault. Go back to your country. That's what he said. Go back to your country. Now, I thought I had this pegged, but damn it, I don't have this pegged. What? You told an Asian to do what? What? What did you do that? Really? You did that? Oh. You go, man, look. Let me tell you something, man. When we decide to act out in kind and be like those we find deplorable in every sense, look, just commence to get rid, put him somewhere behind a fence. What are you doing? What? Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Brothers and sisters, don't do that. It's not a good look to act as our oppressors. It's just not a good look. But we know where we got it from. Oh, my goodness. Now, this I kind of mentioned a little bit. Texas churches violate the law ahead of Tuesday's election. They violate the law by putting somebody in the pulpit, if I can get it up here. There we go. What is this? What is this, man? Are you serious? But here's the problem. Here's the problem now. And this is a real problem because folks like Bobert, Marjorie Taylor Greene that promote and profess Christian nationalism now have a bone to pick with brothers and sisters. They put politicians in their churches. What is wrong with you? Do you know that this photo kind of goes back to the overseer coming to make sure the Negroes was doing what the fuck they supposed to? You know, take that off. Take it off there. Oh yeah, he's there, but I bet money he's looking and he's watching and he's listening. And you let that man hear something he doesn't think he should be hearing. Now that's a federal government employee, whoever he might be, but can you imagine? Do you see it? Do you understand? We show up every Sunday, perpetrate the same nonsense, the same slave mentality, the plantation presence. Nothing sets me off more than to see us play dress up and then allow Massa in the house to see how he's doing while he tells us to vote for him so that we can get more of the treatment we've been getting. Are you tired? Are you ready to get off the fucking hamster wheel? Huh? Are you? I don't know if you are. Moving on, the Doug Rising Show. I am. Okay. The Doug Rising Show. This is. Now look, I thought this was kind of ominous. I mean, this is kind of dangerous. Let them all go now. Look, this man has a plan. Do you understand that? Y'all are not thinking. Some of you are just winking at the whole circumstance that this man, who by chance made it to the highest office in the land, and now he wants it back. And he'll do everything he can to make that happen, include release into the wild these wild beings that already showed their monkey asses to every single human being on the planet. And he can't wait to release that on the earth again. I mean, he has a plan. You understand that? This man is not just playing without a full deck. His deck is full. He's got extra cards. You know, check his sleeves, man. And the orchestrated way in which all of this is converging and coming together is sinister. And if you don't watch closely nearly every move that they make, tick, 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 closer to closer, they're getting more sick. I'm telling you, folks, they want to act out. They want to satiate their violent tendencies right toward necrosity. Oh, nothing's going to make them feel better. Moving on, the Rising Show. I am. Okay. News, and we go. Shock. Are we ready for this one? Bam! Hate in America is on the rise. Who knew? It's making it more dangerous for everyone, from politicians to librarians to do their job. Well, oh my goodness, the politicians, the librarians. Oh well, the Negroes that go shopping on Saturday. I don't know. The librarians and the politicians, are they driving 200 miles to clip you or something? I didn't read that. I would have known. Are they writing manifestos? I guess maybe politicians, but they're not. They got close to getting a few of you. Where's Nancy? But they didn't. But when it comes to whatever plans they have to get their hands on us, ho, success. Yeah, I guess it's more dangerous for everyone, huh? Isn't it? Disingenuous. You folks are yelling at each other and scared to fight, but when it comes to a Negro, boy, you just say goodnight. You know what I'm saying? And what bothers me is you think they're playing. They continue to talk about that which is destroying democracy while staring directly into a fucking mirror with their eyes closed. It's maddening. It's infuriating. It's white male. Say it already. Maybe you could make some progress if you could just face your fucking self. But you won't. stop. I know. No mind. But he's losing his mind. These folks, if you listen to them, you'll find they're tuned in to what's about to happen to them. Some of them are woke, and it ain't no joke. Some of these folks have it tuned like you couldn't believe, and they understand that they could conceive that it's about to go down, and I mean all around them. And this one, he makes a pretty good sound. I mean, he does. I mean, he literally loses his mind. He's literally telling all that will listen, it's over. Sometimes his eyes get see that. Moving on to the rest of I am. I want that playing, in the middle of the sentence. Oh, really? Oh, well, yeah, it's not the sun, right? It's not the sun, right? I mean, New York Police Department officer found guilty of killing his son 8 with autism after making him sleep in a freezing garage. Because, hey, why not, right? Fuck it, right? Good idea. He thought about that. Punishing him? Your autistic son. Now listen, the kid was 8, so between the ages of 1 and 7, everything was fine. Time ticks forward. You understand the intensity of what's going on. It's affecting their minds, their decisions, and they're accidentally killing each other. Wait till it's intentional. Moving on. I'm telling you, it's going to get more and more dangerous. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's going to get more and more dangerous. It's going to get more and more strange. So this is interesting. So I want you to understand what secret speak is. This is secret speak. Meet the real estate billionaire who hates affordable housing and loves Trump and the GOP. Now, let me advise you what secret speak is. Meet the real estate billionaire who hates black people. Affordable housing and loves Trump. Yes, see, that's the secret speak in the headlines for you to see. Every last one of you. Did you see it? Meet the real estate billionaire who hates affordable housing. You think he's talking about his own? You think that's what he's saying? Why does he hate affordable housing? What does affordable housing represent to a goddamn millionaire? Same thing it represents to a billionaire. Yeah, I bet you do hate it. Moving on. The Rise of Joe, I am. This caught my eye. Affirmative action critics paint Asian Americans as the model minority, and why that's false. Well, now, the model minority. Who knew? I didn't know there was a model. I didn't know they had the model. Like the best ones, the ones that act, and you're going to say Asian. I mean, you might. I mean, they're quiet, right? Driving's a little bit. I mean, just all the stereotypical bullshit just comes, creeping. So, I don't know. Model minor, I don't know. Ain't no allowed to put some hands on you, man. You come in their store with no money and walk around too long. I'm just saying they know how to track people quite well. That's for sure. Their opportunities in the Negro community are staggering, isn't it? Everywhere you look at. Yet as they take our money, they express vilified, vitriolic hatred toward all things Negro and sell us hair at the same time. Right in our neighborhoods. And so now they are discussed as being the model minority. I wonder why it's false. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me. I mean, just everything but Negroes. That's why I say I talk to us directly. Moving on, the dog that runs the show, I am. The dog that runs the show, I want that so good. Oh, watch this. So, I don't know. We just somehow keep staying in the news. Kanye West being sued after failing to pay for an event space he rented in January. What the fuck? just anything you can find about the dude. I mean, I'm not a fan, but he's a man, black man, Negro, male. You know, he wins, he fails, but, you know, you're suing him for, so fucking what? He'll pay the goddamn money. You're going to sue him to put it in the headlines to further whatever trajectory you have in mind toward trying to destroy this man. Well, I will say this. I'm not calling him a leader, but he did initiate some serious shit their way. You know what? It ain't going away no time, no goddamn soon. So, you know, put your headlines, talk about what you want, sue him. Sue him into oblivion. He opened up his mouth and he's got it to take. But some of us have nothing to take. What you gonna do? Who you gonna sue? Moving on, the day that runs the show, I am, baby. All right, next. Boom. You know, here's the deal. You know, they're always, you know. So the topic, the subject is Negroes are true Hebrews. That's the subject. But Michael Imperioli, I like Michael Imperioli. He invites Kyrie Irving to watch documentary about Jewish resistance fighters. Now, I mean, look, I'm just trying to figure out some folks. I can just kind of, oh damn, they don't have the picture. There's a picture of these folks kind of leaning back. They'll have it, maybe it'll run. I'm sure it'll run. I can tell you the story. Why are they on this man? Do you know why they're on this man? It's called, and let me just say it. It's called containment. At this point, they're scrambling, mad dash. They're trying to contain this situation, and they're failing miserably. This is out of their control, as it was always out of their control. This is now in the control of the Most High God. And they're in trouble. But you want this man to look at the movie, anti-Semitic? Okay, will you please look at Hebrews and Negroes and just itemize, point by point by point, where we're wrong? But you won't do that. Why won't you do that? You're screaming about anti-Semitism. I hate anti-Semitism too. For me, anti-Semitism is a group of individuals pretending to be Hebrews that are not. Wouldn't that be a form of anti-Semitism? Impersonating Jews? No. We'll see. Moving on, the show. I am, baby, the show. This is, hey. My goodness, I mean, what is the deal? You just see somebody and you just gotta go. Ha! What the fuck is wrong with you? You see a black person, a Negro, you're gonna ask no questions. It's game on. White Milwaukee man charged after allegedly attacking disabled black man. Let me tell you something. Why did you put the word allegedly after he was charged? There is no allegedness about this situation. He put his hands on a Negro. And I'm getting particularly tired. Now listen, folks, I'm not telling you to respond in kind. Don't you touch those people. But I'm telling you to maintain as much distance. I don't want you to be available. Part of not being available is getting the goddamn grin off Negroes' faces. You'd be surprised what that comes. I swear. But no, they see a smile and they think it's an invite to either topic of discussion, criticize, attack, or get to fucking know. And it usually and sometimes ends in the death of a Negro. So, if you don't mind, I'd rather say no. I don't want to interact. I'd rather until God gets back, and that's just fucking fact. They keep killing us. You know, they keep putting their hands on us. They keep killing us, and they're doing it indiscriminately and without apology and without any by your leave. These beings. I'm just saying, I don't want to get them. Moving on, the Negroes. You know, I could drift into a place that could get me off this space, so I better just chase the low-hanging fruit. Here's one. You want some fear in your life? Trotch says. North Carolina teen said she jumped out of her Lyft ride after the driver made inappropriate comments and sprayed an unknown substance in the car. Dear God, dear God, dear. That's some. Let me tell you something, bro. Look, I used to be an Uber driver, and I can just imagine the terror, the fear going through the mind. You know, not the uncomfortableness, creepiness. You know, that's there. But when you get shit sprayed in the cabin to do something to your mental, to take you out of the picture, if that's not terrifying, I don't know what is. But I got to ask you something. How many of them give up on it like that? And why don't I see a photo of the victim? It just seems a bit odd. Oh, it's a teen. Isaiah Bowden. Ooh. Is that her? That's not her. No. But, interesting. Seems an interesting name. They're after us. We've got nurses putting black people, Negroes, to death. Mercy killings in hospitals. I know y'all read that. I posted it. I mean, this plan to eliminate Negroes, it's sinister. Next! All right, let's continue. That slowed me down a little bit. I didn't like that. This one. Oh my God, this one. Now look, you know. Now, of course, I like my Twitter account, naturally, of course. But not so much after he took over. And I made the vow that this man, this rancid South African neo-Nazi, this one here, I knew that it would go bad and rather quickly. But this, 6 months pregnant, she says, see you in court. This is going to go bad for him. And I can't wait for it to land flat on its face. I mean, especially since they kicked me out of the space. Moving on, the runs show I am. Baby, so, firefighters, they come to rescue. You hope they know what they're doing. Denver firefighters pronounced a woman dead, even though she was alive. Please don't call anybody for help. Call on God, depend on him. I mean, you know, seriously, you know, start taking IDs before they work on you. You know, can I see your ID, please? Take a photo of that. I don't care. You know, let's do a drug test. Go ahead and pee in this before you touch me. I need to know if you do recreational cocaine or something. Tell me what's up. What are you doing? You pronounced this woman dead and she was alive? She's going to see. Moving on, I am. Okay, so I thought this was odd. It's not really black news, but the woman with the beard. I stopped shaving to make a point. What fucking point were you making? The photo just doesn't do justice. Now, I thought that was an actual photo. There it is. What point are you making? Hair on your face. Did you want to get in the news or something? You don't really got to do that. Just take that off and we could. I'm good. I understand. It's a condition. It's a condition. It can be remedied. It's not like it's cool. It makes you look like a fucking fool. I'm sorry. All natural. Moving on, the dirty rise. I shut some people. Just do a show. Fuck. Get a YouTube channel. You want that kind of attention. I know. All right. This caught my eye. Boy, this got me warm right here. Former student of Ron DeSantis said he was hostile to her because she was black and would play devil's advocate about the Civil War. If you need to hear me on this one, this is the man right there. That's him right there. The personification of caucasity. Right behind Donald Trump, an immigrant himself, now making his own lie the truth. Are you serious? And you want to talk about the Civil War? DeSantis! None of your family was in the Civil War that had anything to do with it. I know when they got here. I did some research on it. And for you to have a conversation because you went to where? He went to Yale and he beat that over the head of others. The guy is a creep. In every respect, that is a creep of all. I cannot imagine how creepy this man is. And he makes people feel creepy. I'm just saying. Moving on. I'm not trying to beat him up, but look at that. You know, you want to talk about the Civil War. With a black person, you want to really agitate. That's your problem. All right. I'm going to get off of those studies. So, internationally, Negroes, or those that were living Negroes, can't get a damn break. So this man is handcuffed after Montreal PD thought his car was stolen, but it ended up being his because they just don't expect us to be representing ourselves on a certain level economically. Ain't that something? And the humiliation of having to be handcuffed and held there momentarily only to find out that that which was yours is actually yours. You can't ignore that. Anyway, all right, that's all I got, folks. I got nothing else. I don't know what to do. This one's in the show. All right, we're done. I'm stopping. So how'd you like it? I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everybody, please, for goodness sake, use the links below. I've let them ride the whole time. I'm a Negro in need, just like everyone else. And I have gotten some pushback from people that say that I don't really promote my links as I should. So I'll say it again. Those links are there for your use. The CashApp, the Fundly, the PayPal, yada, yada, yada. Give at your heart's condition. Okay, we're done. I'm done. We're moving the needle. I'm done. I gotta go. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. But I am out of here. It's Sunday. I'm going to watch some TV, maybe play some video games, and then maybe tomorrow I'll do the same. I don't know. All right. So, everybody, have yourself a wonderful day. Wait, I know there's something I forgot to say. Right. Listen. They're going to vote this week. I need you to hear me on this. We are now approaching the most dangerous time. These midterms will turn the world, and there is no telling the direction this may be heading. But I can tell you this, you will not survive with a smile on your face the next few months. I will tell you that. You cannot be the personification of a grinning, cheesing, stepping, fetching Negro. No, they will assume that you are consumed with them and their trajectory and all the things they want to be, and you're all in, ready to just throw your hat in the ring. Let me tell you something. The most dangerous thing you can do. Instead, test the waters of reception. See what happens. Get that goddamn grin off your face and see how you are received in the places that you go every day. And I'll lay odds to say that you're going to feel really enlightened about just how wide their eyes might get without a smile. All right. So some of you might be off to church. I know you're going to go. For those of that aren't, I just want you to know. Tomorrow's Monday. Go to work. Do what you got to do. But do me a favor when you get there.